I know how you say you don't watch stand-up. I only watch, I'll watch Chappelle. And the reason why I watch Chappelle is because he might be saying something, and I got to make sure, because you got to watch the ones that everybody's watching.
Yeah. Because they'll say you took it.
Right.
Yeah, I watched the 846. I did watch that, but that was so short.
Yeah, but it
wasn't really stand-up.
It was.
And I didn't know what the hell was going on when it came out, because all I know was Instagram was everybody had this screenshot of Chappelle on YouTube, and I go, what the fuck is going on? Then I looked it up, not realizing it's a legit stand-up special that I didn't realize I was watching. I go, what's going on here? And then he came up, and then I was like 20 minutes in, I go, wait a minute, what's he doing? Is this a special?
Yeah.
It took me a minute to realize this was really a legit. I thought it was just like some behind-the-scenes shit. Somebody caught Dave, and clearly it was Dave's shit because they had his emblem on it. I didn't know it was going to be like 30 minutes of what it was. And then when you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, I thought it was an amazing piece of work, you know. He himself kept saying, I don't think this is funny, whatever he kept saying. It didn't matter to me because I felt like, oh, he's become a voice. He's an amazing orator, you know?
Yeah.
Like you know exactly what he feels. He can express himself in a way that you know why you agree or disagree with him by the way he conveys his message.
Well, what I love about Dave is sometimes he'll say things, I'm like, that's what I be trying to tell people when you have a disagreement with. When he goes, white people listen to me because they trust me and they're not threatened by me. Yeah. And that's why they'll listen to me. You know what I mean? I was like this. That's what I was trying to tell somebody the other day about black people.
Yeah.
You can't bring up that black person. You know what I mean? You're not going to generalize everybody because you'll quickly be like, well, Dave Chappelle, I'd have him over for dinner. I saw Dave Chappelle. He has coffee. You know what I mean? It's almost like when Chris Rock did the joke about in his neighborhood, you know, it's him, but then his neighbor's like a doctor and his other neighbor's a dentist. He goes, it's not out of norm to see white people in the neighborhood, but if a black person, they probably got to play a sport or then entertainment along those lines. It's like, oh, I didn't really think of that. But yeah, I get that too. I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, man, you got to watch those guys, the big ones, just because, you know, because it happened to me with, I had this joke about race, because I had this joke about people being racist. When people say the United States is the most racist place in the world, right? Mm-hmm. I hate when people say that because it tells me that they've never traveled, you know, because there's
or they're living off the internet.
Yeah, right. Because in Europe, you know, they throw bananas at black soccer players today.
And security does not stop it.
Not 20 years ago. And so my joke was like, you know, if one banana hit LeBron James.
That's not funny. I'm sorry.
But I mean, you get it though.
That's the dark side of me coming out like.
But it's
the comedian side I went, Dole or Chiquita? Hold on.
I'm just saying.
How right?
You know what I mean? Like the place was shut down. This place would go bananas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
You're right.
I'm gonna use that one.
Okay.
How about going nuts?
But then I made a reference to, I said Bananagate as a reference in my joke. And I was doing it for a year at the Comedy Store.
Uh-huh.
All right. Chappelle drops his special. He has a Bananagate reference. It's not even about, it's just something else. Adam over at the Comedy Store comes to me and goes, hey man, you know, I don't know if you saw Chappelle's special, but he says this thing. You know, and I go, damn, well, that's gone.
No, he stole it, dude.
No,
he did. I didn't want to tell you that, but
up.
I talked to him.
My thing.
No, he literally stole it, and I was like, it's Erik Griffin, dude.
Nobody's gonna care. That's exactly it.
You got a Showtime special nobody saw.
Nobody saw.
You good.
You know, it's right next to Gary Owens. You know what I mean? You know,
they watch my shit. Highest rated.
You know, they tell us all that, by the way.
I'm kidding.
And what I was saying before about that Chappelle thing was like, I instantly stopped making that reference, you know?
Bananagate?
Yeah.
Because he stole it? I'm going to straight clickbait this whole podcast and be like this. Dave Chappelle
you better not.
Stole Bananagate from Erik Griffin.
You better not.
And they're going to click on and be like, that's not what he said.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, but you watched it. He stole it. Dave steals a lot. Like, that's the thing, man.
Can you please put right here, the views expressed by Gary Owen are not the views of Erik Griffin.
It's like this. It's like, you know, every time I watch it, like, he's a fucking genius. I go, he's a thief. He's a fucking thief. It's funny, we got all the Showtime specials on this podcast. Yeah. Chappelle had a Showtime special.
Did he?
A while back. Yeah. It was when he was like supposedly coming back. He didn't really come back, but he didn't want to do HBO because I guess they passed on the Chappelle show or some shit like that. He had some issues with HBO. Wasn't gonna do Comedy Central because of what happened with the Chappelle show. So he just did a Showtime special. This is before Netflix. So he did a Showtime special. He had the mustache. He had a mustache.
I don't remember that one.
Even though Dave Chappelle stole a lot of your shit, that's why
Gary Owen doesn't like black people. But go on.
No. I love them.
This is what he does. He puts two black people against each other, and it makes one doubt where he is or who he's from.
That's why Chappelle, to me, Chappelle and Ricky Gervais, to me, are the freest comics. And I thought Louis C.K. was up to a point. I guess not.
He was free.
Right. But those two especially, they're not worried about sponsors. They're not worried about networks. And they have a huge fan base, and they can make all the money they want and sell all the tickets, and they can say whatever they want. Because like they said, their fans trust them. And they're like, they're not going to be offended by anything they say, whether they agree or disagree. They're like this, dude.
Yeah, but I also think that I find them to be thoughtful. I think Chappelle more so than Ricky Gervais.
They're honest and they're smart.
Honest,
you can't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's so smart and everything. I'm like this. Like, there's something like, I wish I could say that, but I probably couldn't. I'd probably get.
Also, it's all about timing too. I think that when Chappelle released that 846, it was like the things he was saying in it. It was the perfect time to say it. So, like, he can't say whatever he wants, but I think it also has to do with timing. Like, he called the woman on Fox News a cunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she took it.
And took it.
That's the crazy part.
A year ago, that would have been a thing.
Don Lemon,
yeah,
who gets offended by everything anybody says about him.
Took it. Went on TV and was like,
he's a fan of mine.
He's a fan. I appreciate the blah, blah, blah.
Right, like this.
Yeah, but I was like, timing's everything, too. And he was like, he took it. That's why it was so brilliant of him to put it out like that.
See, guys like Dave, I want to talk about everyone that we know is sensitive in Hollywood and see if they're mad about it. Like Tyrese. If I see something about Tyrese is mad. If Dave says it, it's probably fucking hysterical. Say the same thing.
Yeah. I just thought that was the part, because I was looking on the news afterwards. I was Googling like that girl, the woman, like, Chappelle and that, and see if anything was said. Can't believe that Chappelle. No, everybody was like,
right.